welcome, happy December. It is time for the very special December Witch Casket, which has unexpectedly arrived at my door this morning. It was only dispatched yesterday and it is here already. I thought I was going to be waiting ages for this one. I didn't think it would be here till next week, but it's here already. So had to slap on some makeup and we're ready to go see what goodies we've got. If you've not seen it before, Witch Casket is a UK-based witchy subscription box, and it usually comes just in this little nice box like this. This one is not staying closed because I suspect there's stuff in there, putting the lid open. But this month, not only have we got this box, it actually came in this ginormous whacking great box, which I had literally no idea what it was when it arrived, because you normally just get this in like a plastic mailing bag. But this month actually the sort of larger item in the box is so big it wouldn't fit in their normal box. So I already know what that is, so we'll probably start with that. But before I waffle too much, we will just dive into all the lovely goodies and just see what we've got for this month. So I will start with the thing that I already know what it is, because it's in this separate box and it says right on the front what it's going to be. So this is one of these nice cauldron oil burners. I got a little itty bitty one in a different box last month, but I suspect this one might be a bit bigger. And it's just, you know, for oils and wax melts. And it is dramatically bigger, but literally exactly the same, just a bigger version. There's a little cauldron, so you put your tea light in there and put your wax, etc. in the top. So I have, knowing that this was here, I've got a tea light ready so we can see her burning. We'll move my little itty bitty one up there, put that on here. I've sniffed the box and I don't think we've got any wax melts, etc. So I'm just going to put in one of my own. We will get her burning so she can look pretty in the background. There we go. And she is quite big, she's quite chunky, but I do think they're quite cute, these little cauldrons, and she's got these nice star cutouts so the light should shine through at night. There we go, very pretty. So that was our first item. Usually we start off with the leaflets and art and stuff, but we've kicked it off with the big thing first of all. Now, let's find out what the theme and things for this month is. So, this month, December 2020, the theme is candle magic, which is very fitting. Hopefully that means we've got lots of candles because I do love candles. This little booklet will tell us what's inside the box, so I'm not going to look at it. I will put it to one side, and if I get confused what anything is, which sometimes happens, we'll have a little look at it as we go. But let's dive in and to move this whacking great box out of the way. There we go. So first up we have our artwork for this month. You always get some sort of little art print. This is just some hands holding a candle. It doesn't say, I don't think, who designed this one. It's a bit different. I feel like it's a slightly more maybe masculine picture than they normally have. They're quite often quite feminine. I think this one's got a bit more of a masculine energy. Maybe, but that might just be me. There's a nice drippy candle. Everybody loves the good candle drip. So that's our art for this month. Then we have our spell kit, which you get a little kit each month. And this one is a positive energy candle ritual. It contains everything you need to attract positivity, to attract positive energy and joy. So let's see if I can get in. We have got a candle, as you might expect, and some big old box of herbs. So inside this one, we've actually got a little holder, because you get for the perfect right size for your little spell candles, which is quite good, because you quite often in subscription boxes get candles sort of this size, but you very rarely get a holder which is actually designed for that size of candle. So I've made my own in the past from like air dry clay. But it's quite nice that they've actually thought, oh, we'll give them a little holder for it, because most people might not have one for this size. So that off the bat, that's quite nice. We've then got two different herbs, and they are green. It's always hard to tell apart herbs when they're just green. It smells kind of minty. It might be mint. I guess if it's bringing joy, mint makes sense. And that kind of doesn't smell of anything. So I'm going to guess mint and something else leafy. It is white spell candle, spell candle holder, mint, I was right, but they put the mint for energy, and then marjoram for joy. So that one's marjoram. So this little card will tell you everything to do, and it's got a nice like tarot deck back, this one. They quite often have little pictures on the back of their ritual cards. But yeah, it's quite nice, like I say. I appreciate that they've put a little holder in for those spell candles, because they are a bit of a funny shape. Most people won't have a holder that small. So it's nice of them to do that for us. Shove everything back in its baggie. Then we have some sort of, we've got like a little baggie. So this is like a little baggie for your tools or candles, etc. We had another little baggie not that long ago, pretty much the same size and shape. So if you have both, you could kind of keep them together with all your candles or whatnot in. It's just a little bag. Alright, next, what should we go for next? We've got a few things on top. Let's go for our tea, which is a Christmas blend tea. Now, who wants to bet it's another black one? I feel like it's going to be a black tea, which if you've seen any of my unboxings before, no, I don't like black tea. However, it's got little, like, cute green and red stars in it. Cute. It smells very cinnamony. I can see cloves in there, and it's like little Christmas trees and stuff in there, which is very adorable. Yeah, they're not stars, they're little Christmas trees. I guess they're just like sugar sprinkles. But yeah, it does smell very cinnamony. I'm definitely certain it's black tea, which I don't really like cinnamon, like strong cinnamon taste, and I don't like black tea. So that's probably not going to be one for me, but I think it's cute. So there we go. Next we have a little baggie with little sweeties. These are just like some little rock candies with little moons in. Very cute, a little baggie of sweeties. Then we have an altar tile, it looks like. A little pentacle one, which is sort of coaster size, so you could use it as just a little coaster. Put it underneath some candles or whatever you need on your altar or just on your tables, etc. It's like a slate one. Very cute. Then we have got our badge. You always get badge. This one just says Hocus Pocus. Not really my favourite one. I tend not to like the ones with sort of writing on as much, but it's quite cute. I think a lot of people will like it, with this kind of like Harley Quinn-y background on it. There we go, quite a simple one. Hocus Pocus. Next up, you might have guessed there'd be some tea lights in this box, and it looks like we've got a couple of different colour ones. And you have got white and black, and it just says what they recommend them for. Just two little tea lights like that, which is always handy to have lots of tea lights. Next we have our stone. Looks like it might be selenite. Ooh, just a little like block of it. Normally when you get selenite, it's either in big long sticks or sort of palm stones or something. This is just like a little oblong little block of it. Let's stack them up. Selenite. Selenite is a stone of peace and harmony, a beautiful cleansing stone which can calm your mind and lift your spirits. Selenite is a great stone for meditation. There we go, just like a little interesting little block of selenite. It's quite a smooth one. Sometimes they're a bit jagged, but yeah, a little block of it. Then we have a little candle snuffer. Ensure you don't blow away your spells by ensuring all spell candles are either burned out or snuffed out. And I tend to just like to lick my fingers and squidge it, so this might be a bit more practical. I do kind of prefer them when they're like articulated, so so they kind of move. This is like just a straight blocky one, but it's quite nice, like cast iron style. It jingles with its label on, so there you go. Very simple design one. Then we've got something wrapped in tissue paper, and maybe I was wrong about there not being wax melts, because this looks a lot like a wax melt that we got previously. Let's have a look. I was wrong. Yeah, this is a wax melt. We had one from this company before, and it was delicious. It was, I can't remember, it was like sandalwood and something. It was absolutely massive, like pentagram black, sparkly, and it smelled incredible. It was like one of the strongest scented wax melts I had. This one is not as strongly scented, but it's a very different smell. It's lemongrass, but it's the same company, Urban Loom. But if this is anything like the last one, I'm definitely glad to have it. It looks like there's some little like specks in this one. It's in the shape of a triquetra. There's like little green speckles in it. So I'm not quite sure if when you melt it, if there's going to be like a different colour inside, or there's something in there. But you can definitely smell the lemongrass. Like I say, it's not as strong. When we last got a wax melt from them, you could smell the box from like a mile away, which is why I sniffed the box earlier before I put in a different wax melt, because I assumed we'd be able to smell it. It's a strong lemongrass smell, but it's a bit more subtle. But it's very pretty. It's like an opalescent triquetra. So I will put that one in next time I'm in need of new wax. But very, very pretty. I always love to have stuff that smells nice, so very happy with that. Then I think, the last thing I believe is our scroll for this month, and they've got a totally different sticker. They've got like a little star sticker on there. So let me see if I can open her up. I'm guessing it might be about candle magic, would be my guess. Preparing your candles for magic. So candle preparations. Okay, so she's got setting intentions, choosing your colour, inscribing, anointing, dressing in herbs or chips. And it's just got a few different herb suggestions, and it looks like bold star pattern again, which is quite unusual. I feel like it's a bit different for them. It's very like bold, kind of, it reminds me of like scarf aesthetic, like a bit muddy. But there we go, that's the scroll for this month. And I believe that is it in our box. Just lots of little peanuts. So that was it. You'll have to let me know what you thought of this month. I think for me this probably isn't my favourite one. My favourite items are probably wax melt and the wax melt burner. The other things are kind of not really my style, not the like vibe is not quite resonating with me this month. But then I have really liked their last few ones, so that's natural. But it's not a bad box by any means, it's just not quite my style, I don't think, this one. But still, they do great boxes. Like I say, the last couple I've really liked, so that's how it goes. You'll have to let me know what you thought. I'd have quite liked if there was like a nice big candle in there, or if they used to do like pillar candles. Every month you got a couple of pillar candles. And this would have been a good opportunity to bring those back, even if it was for just one box. But they've just given you some tea lights, which is, they're useful, but they're just not quite as fun as having sort of larger ones. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure lots of people will have loved this box. A slightly darker colour scheme. They haven't done a dark sort of black base box for a while. And they used to be, I feel like their style used to be a lot more gothic, so I feel like a lot of people will like this one because it's kind of returning to that kind of slightly more gothic style. And the last few boxes have been a bit more lighter. So I'm sure there's lots of people that like it, but it's just not quite me. But I'm very happy to have more wax melts, etc. Anyway, I'm waffling again. This is what happens when I start talking. So that was this month's box. Let me know what you thought. Did you get it and love it? Do you wish you got it if you've been trying to get on the list? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But I will be back in January. We'll see if it shows up as speedily, because that was pretty impressive. Less than 24 hours it arrived. But we will see what's in that one. I hope to see you then. In the meantime, I hope you have a great Yule, Christmas, or whatever it is that you want to celebrate. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye everyone!